Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your Better Together devotion for today. And today I'm sitting at a little table here. This is the table that's in my office, and if you ever come by and visit my office, you'll find that I always have treats, sweets, always kind of mints or something for us to enjoy together while we're visiting, while we're sharing in the Spirit. And that's because I have a firm belief that one of the places that God calls us to experience rest and restoration is at the table. No, we say that a lot when we talk about the communion table, the restorative power of the communion table. But that restorative power that's at the communion table on a first Sunday or on a communion Sunday, it extends beyond that table because Christ is not contained. Christ does not like being boxed up. God is not a God who lives inside of a box. God goes abounding and plays everywhere. And one of the places that God also exists is at your table and at my table. That's right. Whether you're eating it in the drive-through at Chick-fil-A, or whether you're going over to Howlett's Tavern, or maybe you're going out to a Mexican restaurant and having a great time there, those tables, or maybe you're at home. I forget that one too. Maybe you're at home with your family. All of those are wonderful places where God shows up at table. And when God does show up at table, it's a place where we experience rest. It's a place where we have the moment of sharing with each other and sharing what's going on in our lives, talking about what happened during the day. You know, now that we're into the school year, one of the conversation pieces that I think I want to encourage families to do is to find time to sit down at the table together and to find time to be together at table so that you can ask the question, the most important question of our relationships. So, how was your day? How was your day? And that table then becomes a holy place. A place where conversations about life can happen. A place where conversations about hope in the future can happen. Conversations about ethics and morals and, yes, even faith can happen at the table, and where we can unload our burdens. Well, I enjoyed this, but I'm worried about that. And perhaps, even answers at the table. I've struggled with this today. Do you have any advice or ideas for what I should do? Our faith is a faith of the table. Like the Jewish faith that Christianity comes from, our faith is centered around table time. And as a family, as people of a faith, we need to gather at the table often, because at the table we find rest. We find refreshment, nourishment. We find a place of belonging, a place of molding, a place where we can be ourselves and truly be reshaped in the image of Christ. Find time to be at the table this week. Hopefully tonight. Find time to schedule a meal together with family or friends or neighbors or relatives. It's okay. Just go find somebody. Because when we're at table, we can rest assured that the table has a place for us where we belong and where God is shaping us. And when we're at table, we're also better together. This is Pastor Nathan Decker reminding you to rest at the table and feel God's embrace through it. Amen.